Here's the blueprint. Here is the 10K a month blueprint for anybody who's trying to get to 10K a month, anybody who's, trying to start a business and get to 10K a month. Here's what you got to do, okay? It's really like a 4-month plan. First, you need to pick a business model. I talk about e-com. You can do whatever you want, but pick a business model that has the ability to get to 10K a month. There's tons of them out there. I'm not even going to push e-com. Just pick one, okay? Step 1. Month 2. You just learn and try. You learn and try. You learn and try. You're not going to make any money in this month, and you're probably going to be fucking lost. But this is where you start to get an understanding of what needs to be done. You're learning the business. You're trying to execute. You're fucking it up, but you're continuing to try. Now, you're about 2 months in. At this point, you have a decent understanding of what you need to do. You're not good at it yet, and you still don't have any money, but now you have a decent understanding. The 3rd month is where you're executing on all of the mistakes you made last month. So now you have an understanding of what to do. You have feedback on what you did wrong. Now you're really making progress. Now you're like, okay, I'm starting to understand what I'm doing here. This is how I'm getting revenue in. This is how I'm getting clients. This is how I'm making sales, whatever you need to do, right? 4th month, you're doubling down on that. And that's when you're probably going to start to see some motion start to compound. By the 4th month, I'm not saying you're going to get to 10K a month in 4 months, but what I'm saying is that process, if you go into it with that mindset, like you can't go into it being like, I'm trying to get to 10K a month next week. You're cooked, bro. But you can say, yo, for these next 4 months, I'm going to completely change the trajectory of how I'm going to get to this paper. You can totally slingshot it. And by month 6, you could get to 10K a month, in my opinion. Like, sure, some people can get there earlier or whatever, but the 1st month is just, you need to figure out what the fuck you're going to do. The 2nd month, you're learning how to get good at what you're doing and you're trying shit. You're failing, but you're trying. The 3rd month is you're retrying, but now you have context and feedback from the last month. So you kind of are making more calculated moves. The 4th month is when you're doubling down on everything you learned and tried and all the feedback you got. And then from there, by month 5, now you have a good understanding of the business and what needs to be done and how revenue is getting in the door and what you need to do to get there. And then by the 6th month, you should have some motion coming. Now, this only works if you're actually working every day and actually grinding. If you just try some shit and then like once a week, you're kind of seeing what the fuck you can do, it ain't going to work like that. But if you are really getting at it, that could be the, you know what I'm saying? Like that could be the turning point for you. But it's going to take a few months to kind of get into the groove. These idiots online are like, you can make 10K a month tomorrow. Like, no, the fuck you can't unless it's either like some bullshit or like a scam. But like a 4-month plan, like you could get to 10K a month in 4 to 8 months. And then like from there, you can scale it however hard, depending on the situation. But yeah, that's my opinion.